I wonder how many of you who are listening believe in karma. If you believe in karma, say yes, I believe in karma, or no, I don't believe in karma. Let me know in the comment section, please. It's very important. Click the thumbs up button, subscribe, choose all notifications. That way you receive notifications when new videos get posted. Remember, clicking the thumbs up button and posting comments helps with the algorithm. It helps for more people to see the video. I'm already being raped. They don't want people to see my videos. So if you don't want me to get raped, you gotta click the thumbs up button and post a comment. So men, I know a lot of men are distraught right now. You're up there posting comments on the internet. You're watching these Manosphere videos, Kevin Samuels and all these other people. They're out here kicking serious ass. Tommy Sotomayor is somebody who, I'm not very fond of, but he's definitely put his foot in some dusty hair-hatted ass over the years. And, I definitely commend them for that, because these beasties are definitely a beast. But a lot of you men are like, damn, the mainstream media and whatnot, the black woman is definitely connected to the mainstream media. Or as that white woman once said to that mailman, the black woman works with the Hitleresque people underneath it all. Remember when that white woman said that? Works with the Hitleresque people underneath it all. Y'all thought this bitch was just crazy, she was just joking or whatever. No, she was hipping you to something. A lot of you were too dumb to pay attention, but it's okay, because these women are going to be replaced by robots, virtual reality women, and trans women with wombs coming soon. And it's funny because I had made that comment up on a Kevin Samuels video recently, and this chick tried to say to me, well, they tried to put a woman, a trans woman, back in the 1800s. Bitch, it's the year 2021. You think that because she said that I'm pretty sure it's a female who said this, and that's definitely a female comment to leave. Oh, well, in the 1800s, they already tried that. It's the year 2021. I'm pretty sure technology got better since then, talking about the person died or whatever when they tried to do that. But anyways, yeah, long story short, a lot of men are going to be having virtual reality. Girlfriends are going to put some sort of goggles or whatever on and have a virtual reality experience that's going to look and feel real. And then they're going to go back to their life with no nagging bitch to have to deal with. And it's just going to feel so good to men, to not have to deal with the foolishness, to have a robot, whatever, they can just screw and then just put in the closet. They don't have to hear the robot talk or whatever. They're going to have the option for the robo bitch to talk or to not talk. It's going to be so interesting in the future. And then a lot of these men, honestly, are just going to get themselves a damn T-girl, as they call them. Look at your man Eddie Winslow allegedly dating Sydney Starr. And then you have Jimmy Smacks, who sucked Mia Isabella's dick on OnlyFans, allegedly. And allegedly, Mia Isabella used to deal with Tyga. This is becoming a thing. Remember, they keep telling you over and over and over again, trans women are real women. So if guys get that shit in their head, the new generation, the next generation coming up is going to say, well, I can be a straight man and have sex with trans women. And this is the quote new norm. And it doesn't mean anything. That's what's happening right now before your very eyes. So I'm laughing at how black women are treating black men on the internet, and y'all running y'all mouths and y'all having so much fun and being so sassy and waving your finger and whatnot, eating breads and soups and getting all fat and sassy. Does anybody understand that reference about breads and soups and getting all fat and sassy? There's this lady on the news who said that about like the cold weather or whatever. This is a few years or so ago. If I remember, I'll post the link to that video in the comment section and the description box, and I'll make sure I explain what video you're gonna see. So for the people who missed that shit, it's hilarious. But anyways, these bitches think that they're so slick and think they're so intelligent. They think that they can treat black men any old way with their immature bullshit, and the fact that they will take, for example, something that 1% or less of black men are doing, or let's just say a small percentage in general, and then they'll turn around and say, do you see how black men are? And it's like, wait a minute, bitch, you're comparing me to a minority of black men? What the fuck? What does some drug dealer or gang member or asshole committing acts of domestic violence or whatever the fuck you're crying and complaining about, what the fuck do they have to do with me? Black men are getting sick and tired of that shit. Sick and tired of being compared to the weakest link and the worst of black men. Black men who are not like that, which is the majority, are getting so fucking sick and tired of this BS. And it happens all of the time. Black women love to pick out whoever are the worst of the group and say, do you see the way the black men are? Sounding just like the white supremacists that most black women are at this point. You know, they're blocking and doing interference for white supremacists, and they're espousing white supremacist talking points up on the internet. You know, and I'm talking about all of these women on YouTube. A lot of them's names start with C, whether it's, let me see, Crystal Swirls, Cynthia G, Crystal and Kerosene. What's the other chicks' names that start with C? Well, there's some other ones as well that go out there, you know, promoting negative black male propaganda up on this YouTube thing, and they think that it's so funny and so cute. You know, they're running their mouths and they're having fun for now. And it's like, don't worry, guys, you're definitely gonna get the last laugh. And I had left a comment on a Kevin Samuels video recently where I had said in so many words that basically a 30-year-old black woman mentally, her mentality is like that of a 13-year-old woman from one of the other races or ethnicities or whatever. And the way that I word, as a matter of fact, let me go find the comment real quick so I can read it to you verbatim, because the way that I worded it the way that I did to cause some controversy. I said 30-year-old black women's minds are like 13 for real women. And I said real women, you know, just to play with people's minds a little bit, you know, like real women. What do you mean by that? How dare you say real women? You know, I just wanted to fuck with you. A lot of people got mad and they were like, well, not all 30-year-old black women do blah, blah, blah. And you got to understand the reason why they do this whole not all thing. And that's definitely a show of immaturity. I mean, people speak in generalities, and it's a shame that you have to explain this shit to people in the year 2021. But we're talking about black women here. You really got to take it slow. You got to take it slow when it comes to black women, because it's like they act like they don't understand anything. In fact, Crystal and Kerosene, and I heard this on a Jessica X show, the one that she just aired, I guess it was the 28th, January 28th of 2021. It's so interesting because Crystal and Kerosene said that some black woman that she talked to told her, you know, basically in so many words that she didn't know that white men could be abusive. And I want you to really freaking think about that. I mean, any human being could be abusive, but yet and this is not the way that she worded it, but there's so many words. Like, she got into a relationship with a white man. He started treating her like shit. Crystal and Kerosene, of all people, had to tell her, like, hey, girl, you need to walk away from this relationship because he ain't shit. You know, he's a, quote, bird turd. He's a white piece of shit. And now Crystal and Kerosene is telling you that a white man ain't shit. Then you know that he really must not be shit, because she made excuses for that football player that whooped that black woman's ass. The guy, did he play for the Seahawks? I forget his name. But he beat that bitch to a pulp and then put her in a glass and drank her ass. You know what I mean? Like, he whooped her ass bad. I mean, he whooped her like a fucking cowboy. He should have played for Dallas. He's like, you better bow down to me, bitch. He was like, bow down now, my minion. And she was like, no. And he was like, didn't I tell you to bow down to Zaddy? I told you to bow down to me, bitch. Don't you ever talk to your god like that. Freaking bitch, you black ninja bitch. Peasant. He didn't word it like that, but y'all know what I mean. He was basically telling her, like, you know, he wanted her to bow down and get on her motherfucking knees and lick them pink balls. You know, these hoes believe that the grass is greener with the pinker wiener until Zaddy goes crazy, until Zaddy goes berserk on that weave. I mean, he whooped her ass. He whooped her ass. And all these black bitches on social media are now, of course, making excuses for him, like Crystal and Kerosene. Crystal and Kerosene decided to post a link to some YouTube video or whatever, you know, I guess like showing like black NFL players who committed acts of violence against their woman, and that's supposed to, I guess, you know, cover up for him. Just like that. Now listen, she's selling these people a dream. She's selling black women a dream that the grass is greener with a pinker wiener. She needs to change it from the pink pill to the pink peen. And listen, and literally to the point where adult black women with baby brains, immature dust heads, because once you take the weave off, there's nothing but dust. Shout out to you dust busters out there. She's selling black females on this mythical white male god who will do anything for them and will never hurt them and will treat them like they're the black queen that they are, and all of this foolishness. And literally a black woman had to pull her to the side, like, I didn't even know that Zaddy could be baddie at all. I thought that Zaddy was God. And it's like, come on now. What man wants to be with a woman with such a childish mentality? A woman who's 30 years old or older, who doesn't know that any group of men could be abusive verbally, physically, emotionally, etc. Like, how the fuck does an adult not know something as basic as that? That's true brainwashing. That's Nazi level brainwashing. Whether you guys want to realize or not what the hell is going on around you. And you know, there was a sister who made a video, I think it was 2009, and she was talking about how there was this plan. Basically, sisters were supposed to be getting together and getting their education, not in like degrees that are worth anything, but just getting degrees in general. Degree deodorant, thermometers, any type of degree will do. And then they were going to basically go and get with a bunch of zaddies, leave black men behind. And it doesn't matter if black men were going to go and get with like Shaniqua, like ain't shit, like ghetto black chicks, or they're going to go get with Becky, which means any white woman, according to black women, any white woman is called a Becky. It doesn't matter whether we were going to get with like ghetto trashy black women or with white women, because at the end of the day, the plan was for black women to get all of this so-called education and then go out there and snatch white men from white women. This is literally a plan that many college educated black women plan to go out there and pursue. They're literally socially engineering black society to be as fucked up as possible. Get white men to feel guilty for them. Go and get an education and then go ahead and go get with Zaddy. What you need to start asking these black feminists is, how come you're not talking about Jason Pope and Mike Oliver? Jason Pope and Mike Oliver don't get much, attention from black women because they're too busy complaining about black men, and they're doing a disservice to black women by doing that, because they're making things more dangerous for them, and they're getting black women hurt and killed out here because they have this Disney fantasy. I mean, it's like you already worship white Jesus and you taught your children that their God is white, and you taught them to be materialistic, and you taught them that getting Asian and white made goods is the pinnacle of life. You're supposed to buy shit that white people make, worship a white God, and then they go out here and they think that getting with a white man is basically going to be their saving grace. This is a very dangerous mentality. And the fact that black women are out here teaching this to people, it just goes to show you that black women are dangerous at this point. In fact, they always have been. But the problem is a lot of black men are not intelligent enough to understand the enemy. And when people are working against them, well, not a lot of men are, a lot of black men are just basically brainwashed, and they've been, attacked and berated so much by black women that they don't want to recognize and realize when they're dealing with the enemy, sleeping with the enemy, in the bed with the enemy, up in the enemy's face, having sex with the enemy, and out here promoting and basically coddling the enemy. Somebody who's working against you in every single way, beating you down, making you feel as if you can't do anything and you can't even go out there in the world to compete with these people who are all working against you, because of the simple fact that the person who was supposed to be on your side does everything to make sure that you're not able to compete. So the question is, were they paid to do this or incentivized in some sort of way, like told that they were going to be given something? Or is this just who they are naturally? It's as if these people are not human. Like when you look at the way that black men are treated by black women, like black women go out of their way to be as nasty as possible. It's like surreal. I mean, they're out here calling black men who get killed by the police, quote, bullet bags. I mean, since when have black men got together and mocked black women's deaths, especially killed by the police? Really? Black men were marching for Breonna Taylor. Unfortunately, I know I sure as fuck did not, and I wouldn't. But black men are so brainwashed that they're letting black women say things like, you're a bullet bag if you get killed by the police. Fuck you, N-words. I'm not going to march or protest for you, which doesn't do shit. Please don't march and protest for black men. I've been encouraging you bitches for years to not do that, because if anything, you're doing bad for us by doing that. But also, you said to abort black male babies. That's another thing that these disgusting subhumans went out there and said. And it's fucked up because black men will hear shit like that And it still doesn't even register to the stupid little Negro brain, to that little bean in the head, that this motherfucker is really your enemy. She said to abort your ass, and you still haven't put it together that that's not your fucking friend. And I'm trying to tell you stupid Negro men, I'm trying to tell you stupid fucking black men something here. You may think that that black woman's on your fucking side, but I need you to really think about it for a second, okay? You would never say some shit like that about her. You would never even think to say some shit like that about her. And you have it stuck in your fucking mind because you've been brainwashed to believe, well, if my mother is black and she is black, the bitch who's saying I deserve to die, then, you know, I'm going against my mother by going against her and calling her out for her bullshit. You black men really need to wake up. You need to recognize your enemy when somebody is showing you who the fuck they are. Excuse me, I just hit my microphone. But also, another thing you need to pay attention to, you stupid ass black men out here. Pay fucking close attention. So-called good black women are not speaking out against this shit. All you black men deserve to be aborted. You bullet bags. You can't protect yourselves. You can't protect the community. You're not protecting the black woman. When that white football player beat up on that black woman that he was with, you black men were not there to protect her and blah, blah, blah. All this bullshit. She's playing Jedi mind tricks on you. She's trying to mind fuck you. She's trying to get you either killed or sent to jail. In fact, there's this one cunt, right? She makes YouTube videos. Her name is Yanni. Now, Yanni made a video about the football player beating up the black girlfriend, and what she decided to say was that if that shit happened to her, that the person who did it would be dead. In other words, I guess the men around her would make sure that that person was never able to do it again. Like they it's the way she spoke about it, she kept saying it over and over again. So if the police were watching that video, make sure y'all keep note and keep track of the fact that this bitch is saying that her, the people around her or whatever, are a threat to society. But anyways, this bitch Yanni said that basically black men did not protect that woman, and she kept reiterating the point that if it happened to her, that the person would not be alive. A lot of you aren't putting one and two together, so let me explain it to you like this. A lot of black bitches have been crying about Tommy Sotomayor for many years now, and the shit that he says about them, like about their stinking hair or whatever, you know, which they could just go wash their hair, you know, but you know, they don't want to fuck with their expensive weaves that, you know, they spend their children's future on their heads because they can't grow hair, even though they're pretending that they're protecting the hair. But judging by the fact that you have 8 up edges that look like you cut your fucking head with a chainsaw, I would have to say that no, you can't fucking grow hair, demon. But anyways, these cunts have been saying that basically, in so many words, that Tommy Sotomayor needs to be stopped. What these bitches were trying to do for years now was basically brainwash some black man into harming Tommy Sotomayor, or worse, for years, even though he got punched 2 or 3 times over the years in the fucking face. I don't know if y'all realize that, but yes, he's been physically assaulted at least twice over the years. But black bitches didn't think that that was enough. They've been trying to coerce and trick and manipulate some black man into really harming Tommy Sotomayor, to either scare him away or worse, right? So now this cunt Yanni is trying that now with that white football player. Did you hear her fucking video? And I sat back and I heard what the bitch said, because Jessica X had played in her video. Shout out to my baby Jessica X, that's my crush. And Yanni was saying, in so many words, like, see, it goes over a lot of y'all's heads. The reason why she kept saying, see, if it happened to me, because she's trying to brainwash, for legal reasons, allegedly, possibly, maybe, trying to brainwash some stupid Negro, probably some street clown, into doing something stupid. And you don't understand that part of the game is this: when black bitches trick you into committing an act of violence against them, like in Philadelphia when that black bitch was beating her baby on the bus and the passenger was like, yo, stop beating that baby like that, and then she has some goons come and shoot up the bus with an AK-47. When that disgusting, deplorable cunt did that, those black men got longer prison sentences than she did. But here's the thing, right? Yanni and black bitches like her, allegedly, possibly, maybe, will try to manipulate a black man into doing something stupid, and then when you get into legal trouble for doing it, when you have to face the legal ramifications, what they'll do is say, see, these black men can't stay out of jail. You see how dumb they are? You see how bad they are? They don't want to be fathers. They don't want to be men. You know, they're not respectable people in society. It's a game. It's a cycle. It's a circle. See, the black woman kicks the black man out of the household. She treats the black child like shit and tells him, you remind me of your father. Your father was a shit and you're not going to be shit. She brainwashes the little boy. She tells him, you know what, I don't have enough money. So you're in a crisis like scenario. Look, we don't have enough money to get this or to get that and the third. So I guess you're going to have to go out there and get that money. You're not even old enough to work illegal jobs. And that way you go out and do illegal things. You know, you go and you get some money. Then you bring her back the money. And then when you die or you go to jail, then that just generates more money for her. Because if you die, then she can start a GoFundMe, or she could call up that Benjamin Crump guy or somebody like that, the lawyers and whatnot, to get her some money. Or she can get sympathy, which is a form of currency, because these hoes believe in sympathy and payola, just like the music industry. And remember, all these bitches think that they're stars. They all think that they're celebrities. They all think that they're special. So this is just one big mind game that they're playing with you. But a lot of brothers don't really realize what they're dealing with here. You're dealing with a whole fucking beast and the whole fucking system. And she's sitting up there manipulating y'all like some little toy soldiers. What was that story from back in the day? Was it from Germany or somewhere? This was somewhere in Europe. Lysistrata or whatever. They made the movie Chirac about it. Like basically, you know, like the men were killing each other. So the women were like, well, we're not going to fuck you. We're not going to have sex with you. We're going to withhold our vaginas and our wombs. So that way the men would stop harming each other. And I remember just hearing about the story, like, I was like, black bitches will never do that. Nothing makes a black woman more happy to see a black man get hurt or die. In fact, Tupac Shakur says something to the effect of, every time a bitch gets horny, an N-word dies. That's Mr. Tupac. You know how black bitches say they want Tupac in a business suit? Well, Tupac said that every time one of you hoes get horny, a black man dies. So Tupac spoke out against your orgasms or whoregasms. Now, in my personal opinion, I think that black women should have arranged marriages. I don't believe that black women are mature enough or smart enough to pick a suitable mate at this point in the year 2021. And I believe that they should have a mate chosen for them. I don't think that black women should be allowed to choose a mate. I think that it should be against the law. I believe that the father should, you know, be the one to choose who they marry. Also, I don't think black women should be able to have jobs or get any assistance or anything unless you can prove the paternity of who the father is for your child. I think that they should basically be sent to an island or something if you can't prove who the father of your child is. And you know what that would expose? That would expose the fact that a lot of black women, when I say a lot, I mean, I don't know if it's 50% or if it's 30%, but a sizable portion, it has to be in the millions, don't even know who the father of the fucking child is. To make matters worse, they don't care and they don't think that they should care. That's not something that's of importance to them. They think that men are dispendable and exposable. They're a necessary evil because they need them for an orgasm and for the sperm. But other than that, you know, they don't really care whether or not black men live or die. I think that black women have some sort of plan, some sort of deal that they made with the white man in secrecy, and like their plan is to like get rid of us at some point or something, because that's the only thing that makes sense to me when I really think about the shit that black women are doing. Because you know, there's a difference between being evil and stupid, and then there's people who are both evil and stupid, like let's say Donald Trump. And the shit that black women are doing, the fact that they're selling out their children for a funky weave, it lets me know like there are elements of stupidity and evil, and it's like, which is there more of, more evil or more stupidity, or is it about even? And I came to the conclusion that it's about even, but it's to a point where things are blatant at this point. There's no questioning whether or not like the black woman's on the black man's side. I mean, it's pretty fucking blatant. I mean, when people like Crystalline are basically making excuses or deflecting for white men attacking black women, that lets you know everything you need to know. Cynthia G, Yanni, all of these disgusting, deplorable cunts, right? But here's the thing, right? A lot of these bitches are below average at best and think that they're beautiful queens, and they believe that they're tens, they're delusional, they're crazy, they're psychotic. A lot of these women should be in straitjackets. A lot of them should be in mental institutions. A lot of them just should not be roaming around in society. I mean, just look at reality TV. Look at people like Mama D or Mama Jones, Jim Jones' mother, Little Scrappy's mother, all of these women. And it's like the shit that they say, the stuff that they do, the way that they treat their sons, it's like clearly there's a sort of mental disconnect. It's like they don't know how to be mothers. They don't know how to be people. They don't know how to fucking be human. And the fact that people are making excuses for them, or they're ignoring the signs, they're ignoring the fact that black men, with all of the trauma that black bitches put us through, black men are so fucking strong and resilient and so able to cope with the bullshit, but black women are fucked up. Just look at reality TV. Says everything that you need to know. Look at social media. Says everything you need to know. Ask black men about their experiences with black women. If you ask black women about their experiences with black men, they'll say, well, my ex, this one was a liar, or this was a cheater, or whatever. And it's like, yeah, like some people are liars and cheaters. The type of shit that black women do is not fucking normal behavior. Like thinking that you can control your son's life. That's weirdo shit. The fact that you want your son to be attracted to you, you want him to want to fuck you. Black bitches are crazy and weird. I did a video where I was talking about Aunt Hammy, who's a quote comedian and musician. I call her Aunt Mammy. And I made a video about it. She made this song called Pew Pew Pew. Not pew 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 like, ooh, your pussy stinks, but like pew 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 like a gun, bow bow bow, like a gun shooting off. She's some nasty, disgusting hood rat who, I don't know if you want to say she's an escort or the girlfriend of a white sugar daddy, whatever. I don't even know how you want to fucking word it, but she's some nasty trolloping tramp. She looks like if you could dress up shit, it would be Aunt Hammy. And I made a video talking about how she made this YouTube video. She went live on YouTube and black women were just laughing and kikiing with this bitch. And she's basically talking about how she was selling her pussy at the age of 14, I think she said. And she also said 11 because there were dudes who she liked the cars and the sneakers of. And she, why deal with a guy who's a boy whose mother has to buy them shoes when she could deal with a man who has a car, has his own place, and has the shoes that she likes to look at. Weirdo shit. And she was talking about she was doing this shit when she was 11. She had some grown man. And a lot of people might say, well, maybe she was just joking around. But how the fuck is that funny? And black women were sitting up there laughing. Did y'all see that video I made about that? Did y'all see the video? Or did y'all see her video? I had posted a link to her video on that. But as a matter of fact, if I remember, I will post the link to the videos that I'm referring to in the description box as well as in the comment section so you can see for yourself, because I'm not bullshitting out here. But the black women were laughing, and I think only one person other than me was just like, yo, like, what is she doing? What the hell is she talking about? Only one out of a whole room of people. I'm talking like hundreds of women, however many it was. And black women were not appalled. They were not disgusted. They were not like, you need to stop. Like, what are you doing? This is not funny. That wasn't the reaction. They just laughed and thought that it was, one big show. Like it was just so entertaining to them. And I'm sitting there the whole time like, this just goes to show you, like, they really aren't about shit. Like, the vast majority of them are just pieces of shit. And it's a shame. Black men deserve better. We deserve so much better. It's just so shameful. It just pains me that's what we're forced to deal with for now. Anyway, I just feel like ranting just in general, just about the foolishness that I'm seeing. And it's crazy because it's like, dude, like, black people need to be saved. Black women need arranged marriages. And also it needs to be made illegal for them to name these children. They're naming the children shit like Jamar Quavius and Boom Shakalaka. Shanika and Shamika are not real names. Jamar Quavius is not a real name. That's crackhead shit. That's foolishness. And I think that may be where a lot of these names came from, was after the crack era. And this is like former crackheads and crack babies that are naming these poor babies these made up, stupid, ridiculous sounding names. And this, this is supposed to be like black bitches showing how creative that they are, but no, it shows how fucking degenerate you are. It's like, how are you so fucked up in your head that you think that watermelon Andrea or whatever is like a name to name your child? Shout out to Raven Simone. She leveled up and married a white woman because she already knew better than to go and get with a black Leslie. But anyways, here's the thing, right? And I'm just fucking with y'all when I say that. Of course, I'm just joking. But seriously, all bullshit aside, like, come on now. Look at these ridiculous names. It's like, what are you trying to prove? Like, you try to show that you're creative by naming your child Shaniqua or some other foolishness? Come on now. That doesn't show that you're creative. It shows that you're crazy. And but black bitches, pride themselves on being crazy. They be like, yeah, look at how crazy I am, and just this corny. Like, black women are so fucking lame. And it's a shame because they don't even know that they're lame. And it's crazy because, like, in no other group of women do they say that the men who go and get themselves a quote-unquote education, a traditional education, or get themselves a 9-to-5 job are unattractive, and that those are beta men and they're educated lames. No other group of women says that. In fact, they say that those men are the best of the best. They're doing something with their life. Like, black women are so dyslexic, they're so backwards. It's just really, really shameful. And the fact that black men have just so much bullshit to put up with. I mean, really, being called an educated lame because you want to do what you perceive as the right thing, to go to school, to get a job, to take care of your family, and then to see drug dealers and gang members get praised, even by black women who went to college. Hell, I remember one time this bitch, Elle Varner, she's either a light-skinned black woman or a mixed woman. I think she might be a light-skinned black woman, whatever the fuck that is, right? So she had a conversation with Bossip, Black Gossip, Bossip.com, and they were talking to her. And she said, you know, in so many words, like, it's cool if we go out here and we fuck drug dealers because we're going to marry doctors when we turn 30 anyway. Black bitches are so delusional. It's okay if we deal with drug dealers because we're going to marry doctors at 30. And they actually believe this foolishness. They're so brainwashed. And it's like, you're so lucky that you beaten black men into submission for now, even though black men are waking up at a very rapid rate, increasingly rapid rate. At the end of the day, you're so lucky because black men are like the only fucking group of men who put up with this foolishness, who believe that they have to take a drug dealer or gang member's leftovers, somebody who would kill them. So some violent, crazy demon of a man. And you bitches are demons if you've ever dealt with men like that in your whole fucking lifetime. You're just as much trash as they are. Birds of a feather flock together, and birds of a feather fuck together too. So if he's a bird, so are you, bitch. Here's the thing though, black men are the only men who have been brainwashed in large numbers to believe that they deserve trash. They're also the only group of men who in large numbers. Actually, I don't know of any black men who see a woman, you know, who's like sexually pure or even close to it as like a good thing. Even Christian black men expect to marry a dirty whore. Like, almost no black men are into, like, you know, a woman has to be like a virgin or some shit like that. I've never had a conversation with brothers where that was ever a topic of discussion, but I see a lot of white men are into like this purity thing. A lot of Asian men, a lot of like non-black men, Arabs and shit like that. You know, in Arab countries, they will sit by the bed and like the mother or whoever, somebody is like appointed to watch you fuck, to, or at least be there to look after you're done, to make sure that bitch bled in the bed. Did y'all know that they have shit set up like that in other cultures? Only black men, they're the only ones who pretty much don't even care about shit like that. Like, you bitches have it so easy. Black men are like, oh, you want to work? Cool. Oh, you don't want to work? Hey, if I got the money to take care of you, cool. You know, black men are the only group of men who are so lenient. And that's why other groups of women are like, yo, like the shit that I got to deal with other men, I don't have to deal with black men. I don't have to deal with it. Basically having to essentially be perfect, like be this ultra skinny white woman. I can't grow an ass because he's gonna think that I'm fat. Like, literally, black men are the only men that you can kind of do your thing as a woman and have any sort of semblance of freedom in large numbers. Instead of black women saying, wow, you know, black men love us so much that they'll accept us if we're overweight, they'll accept us if we have a bad attitude, they'll accept so much. Black women look at black men and say, you know what, black men ain't shit, and I hate you. And my child doesn't need you in their life, not our child, my child, because black women believe that they own their children. That's why they treat their children like slaves. Like, I told y'all before, black women look at the black community, so-called black community, really the black race, as basically being their slaves. Like, you know, the black community, so-called, is the plantation, and they're the one who's in charge now, as opposed to the white man in the past. Now he done passed the keys, the torch, or the whip over to her ass. She's the one who's in charge now, and y'all Negroes better get in line and do what the fuck she says, or there will be consequences. And when I say consequences, I mean possibly death. You know, we're under pretty much like the threat of death dealing with black women. Black women hate us and they want us to die. I know this based off of what black women are saying and what black women are doing. Black women told us decades ago, going back to the 70s, 60s, or whatever. You watch documentaries and shit like that, they were like, look, I feel like I could raise a child by myself. Okay. And then of course these bitches came back later and were like, oh, no. Well, how come these men aren't around? You told us to go away. You told us that you didn't want us around. We have video evidence of it. We have footage. We have footages, bitch. Don't make me pull out the tapes, bitch. I'll blow the dust off of the VHS tape and blow some dust off your head. And I will show you the beautiful beam footage. I will show you the simple fact that you said to the world, to white people in particular, that black men weren't shit and you didn't want anything to do with them. You didn't want them around your children because you felt as if you were superior to black men. And here's something that I'm seeing even more of nowadays is this whole pathogenesis. It's some sort of stupid word. Oh, let me go look it up to make sure I get it right. Parthenogenesis, which is basically like a virgin birth or like producing without having sex, without being inseminated. So I guess like some species maybe are able to do it or whatever, but humans of course can't do that. But there are women out here, specifically black women, bragging about how there was a time on earth where there were no men and that women used to just produce sperm on their own and impregnate themselves with their minds. Like there's literally crazy black bitches who actually believe that there was a time where they just made babies on their own. So that just goes to show you that the hatred for black men is so deep to the point where black women will completely mind fuck themselves and say, you know what? We used to just make babies on our own. Why don't we just do that again? And that's just downright demonic. Like no normal human being would ever even think some sick shit like that. But anyways, you know, there's power in the tongue, and black women keep on trying to promote this victim narrative that they are the most endangered species on earth. Not black men, but black women. And, you know, basically everybody's after them and everybody wants to get them. I feel as if black women are pretty much speaking into existence that they really will be soon the most neglected, disrespected, blah blah blah, whatever that bullshit was that Malcolm X said. Of course, Malcolm X used to be a fucking gangster. He used to be some fucking Pookie and Ray Ray or whatever. So of course that's why black women like him. And then he became like basically a preacher, even though he was a Muslim preacher or whatever. But in so many words, that's what he was. So, you know, I guess they got everything they liked in him. Tupac in a business suit. That's really what Malcolm X was, wasn't he? To some degree or another. You know, I never really was a fan of the guy, Martin Luther King. None of those people that. Anyways, I'm not even gonna get to that shit. But you black women want to keep on speaking into existence that you're basically out there on your own. You have no help and you're fucked. Go ahead and keep on saying the evil, stupid shit that you're saying about how hard it is to be a black woman, because one of these days you're gonna wish that you would have shut your stinking fucking trap, because you're just gonna use the power of the tongue to speak it into existence. And I hope that I get to live to see the outcome, to see you actually have to live out how bad you claim it is for you. I really hope to Satan that I'm around to see that shit. Okay. And also, if you bitches have it so bad, if you really want to trade places with black men and be the number one, you know, people who die before their time and all the other shit that black men have to deal with, then sure, let's trade places. I mean, at any fucking point, if you really want to trade places that bad, and you know, black women want to be victims to the point where they're like, look, black men, that's where a lot of the animosity comes from. Black women are like, you fucking black men, you took our victimhood status away from us. You fucking black men are the number one victims, and that's what we want to be. That's where a lot of the animosity comes from. Also, the fact that y'all can't grow here and we can. And then the other thing is that, you know, y'all wish that y'all could be in interracial relationships the way that black men can. But the reason why black men can go and get into interracial relationships and why you black bitches can't is because black men are realistic and black men act like normal human beings and y'all don't. Like how you worship white men, how you degrade black men every fucking chance that you get. And that's just a normal thing where it's like the vast majority of black women are on code with degrading black men, and non-black people see it and they're just like, they're not going to tell you. But and even for the ones who are too dumb or don't care on the surface, deep down inside they know there's something fucking wrong with you, so they know to stay away. The way that you're always calling black men gay and all this bullshit, like black women are low-key the biggest fish eaters on the fucking planet. You know, a bunch of fucking Eskimos, bunch of ice fishers, because the way that y'all are so quick to call black men gay, no, it must be something within you, because you keep on seeing all of this gayness where it simply doesn't exist. So that lets everybody know outside of you, like, you're really fucked up in the head. Like, all that nasty shit that you say about black men, I'm trying to tell you, it doesn't go unnoticed, because non-black people sit back and they watch you run your stinking fucking trap, and they're not gonna tell you, but they're like, something's wrong with them bitches. And the way y'all always complaining and crying about every fucking thing. Cultural appropriation. Look at that white woman with braids in her hair while you're sitting there with a stinking blonde wig on your head while saying it. It's like it's unbelievable. It's a total mindfuck. You see, what happens is when non-black people get around black men, they notice that black men are just normal. Like, they're just people. You know, you got to get to know them as a person, but you already know what you're getting when you get with a black woman. You're either going to get yourself a fucking Shaniqua hood rat who might whoop your ass. You're going to get you a Valley girl, wannabe white girl. You're going to get Mrs. Pro-Black, or you're going to get the alternative black girl, the slow black girl who thinks that she's like a Japanese chick or something. And that's pretty much what black women ball down to. You got your hood rats, you got your pro-blacks, you got your Valley girl wannabe whites, and you got your wannabe Asian / alternative. It's like you have cookie cutter personalities and you don't have any originality. Shit, black men were over there like, yeah, the black manosphere. What do you see a black woman talking about? Well, this is the black woman sphere then. You know, everything that black men do, black bitches imitate. Like, you can't think for yourselves. That's why y'all like thugs so much. Because you're like, oh, that's some shit that I can easily imitate. That's a costume I can throw on. Bitches are followers. Shit is weird. Like, y'all some weirdos. That's why you're obsessed with black men. That's why even when y'all divest, you stay talking about black men, because you need to watch what black men are doing so you can steal their style, steal their swag. Whether it's so-called educated lames, whether it's Pookie or Ray Ray, or whether it's Twan the sissy, you're sitting up there watching everything that black men do because you can't come up with shit yourself, because you're a fucking mockingbird. You're somebody who watches what we do and you just imitate black men straight across the board. Nothing that you come up with is your own, and you can't raise kids. So it's like, what the fuck is the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, I had said something about sterilization. Listen, see, now, I'm about to get myself in trouble. Listen, y'all. Anyways, I did not say that. Suck a dick if you got a problem. Some of y'all gonna be mad that I'm saying the shit that I'm saying, but at least I'm venting. You know what I mean? Let me vent. You know, all this stupid shit that you hoes be saying on social media, it's stupid. So, you know, every once in a while I need to blow off the steam, so I'm just fucking with y'all. Anyways, let me know what y'all think about what I had to say below. Do you think that black women should be in arranged marriages? You think it should be against the law for black women to name children? Let me know what y'all think about it below. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, choose all notifications. Please click the thumbs up button. It's imperative for the algorithm. I need y'all to click the thumbs up button. I need y'all to subscribe, choose all notifications, and I need you to leave a comment below, even if you're just saying hi. But I would prefer for you to pick something or some things that I said, and please comment on the content of the fucking video. There's a lot of you motherfuckers like y'all don't be having shit to say. You'll go over to some black bitch's channel or some dude, you know, who's a sissy wissy, and y'all can comment all day. That's why for 2021 I want to make videos for black men at this point, because it's like making videos for black women, it's like, what's the point? It's like you bitches will hate watch me and you won't click thumbs up or thumbs down. You won't leave a comment, but you'll listen to what I have to say about celebrity news or whatever. You'll just listen to me on the low. There's a lot of black women are on the low, and it's like I don't even want to make videos for black women anymore. Except for like the usual people that come around, like the people who support me, that I fuck with, that fuck with me, that I like your personality, whatever. A lot of you chicks are married. It's crazy. So I'm not trying to hit on anybody or anything. And some of y'all find this. I ain't gonna. Some of y'all married ladies. I almost said some shit that I shouldn't be saying. I ain't gonna say no names though. I ain't gonna say no names. I'm just gonna be cool about it. I ain't gonna say your names. Nope. Keep that shit to myself. But anyways, cause I ain't trying to get hurt by anybody's husbands. But yeah, you know, for the most part, for 2021, I want to make videos for men, except for the people who have been coming around. You know, and maybe some new ones that are cool that'll pop up, but for the most part I'm trying to make male-centered videos for now on, for the rest of my time, the rest of my duration on this YouTube thing. But I need y'all to click that thumbs up button and make sure you leave a comment, even if you're just saying hi, to let me know that you listen all the way until the end of this video, which nobody listened to this video for this long. Listen, no one listened to the end of this video. Some of you may have skipped ahead, but none of you actually listened to this whole video. But to let me know that you listen, because if you did, you will leave a comment about something that I said in the video. So let me know you listen all the way to the end. The secret password to say in the comment section is deadbeat mothers, because there's too many fucking deadbeat mothers out here, y'all, and I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of the excuses. I'm tired of black men being blamed. Remember, most black men do not have children. Also, if DNA tests were given out, which in the future this is what the fuck is going to happen, you will find out that a lot of black men are taking care of kids that are not theirs. Because a lot of these hoes are liars. And y'all see a lot of these old light-skinned kids running around and shit and be like, oh, the father must have been light-skinned, or she must have light skin in her family, and that's why the baby came out so light-skinned. No, that baby's mixed. That baby's biracial. And the black woman now went and fucked some Italian, Puerto Rican, any fucking thing else. Not a black man. Black man got blamed for it. That's what you will find out. That's why DNA tests are not legally required. If they were, you would find out some shit. But anyway, deadbeat mothers. And let me know what y'all think about what I had to say in this video in the comment section. Do y'all think I went too far in this video? I don't think I went far enough. This is YouTube, so I can't really say what I really want to say. If I said what I really wanted to say, oh my God. Like, as light as I go, and people are offended by the shit that I say, oh Lord. If I ever get a chance to say what the fuck I really want to say on social media, you guys would be like, okay, he's on one. I'm not fucking with him. This dude is, what is he doing? He needs to stop. Anyways, click the thumbs up button, thumbs up, subscribe, choose all notifications. Sorry, y'all, man.